Welcome to How You Feeling, What's Real. Today we have Dom on episode number 4. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm ordained ministered. I am a CNA. I'm also a licensed esthetician, and I am a mother of 3.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about point of view from a single mom. For myself and for others out there, men, other women, I really just wanted to get a single mom's point of view from a day-to-day life to problems to triumphs. So what's something that happened last week? Something good. When you was thinking back, like, damn, I'm a single mom. What's something good that happened that transpired from that? It ain't gotta
Can we do it this week?
Yeah.
See, last week was that was when it was like, ooh, I'm really a single mom. And then this week it was like, ooh, it's all not that bad because God got me.
Okay.
Funny thing is, I just had to figure out how I was going to get my children to school back and forth for the last 3 weeks before this upcoming week, before I got a car back. So I didn't have a car. So trying to maneuver 3 children, being a single mother, is like super hard. And at first, I was really in panic mode. My peoples looked out, let me see the car for a week. So I was like, all right, 1 week out the way. And typically, as a mother, we get so we get very overwhelmed fast because it's like everything on us. So it's like I gotta hurry up and think of a plan.
Yeah.
And it was like this happened out of nowhere. I gotta drop this car off, and now I'm about to be out of the car for 3 weeks, and now there's no way I can function or even think clear to even come up with a plan. So I allow myself to freak out. I haven't had a big spaz or freak out in so long. So I freaked out and I let it all out. I cried. I haven't cried in so long and had a serious cry like that in a long time. So it was needed. So I cried, let it out, and I still couldn't even come up with a plan. I still couldn't even snap back into reality. My family, thank God for support systems and family, because they were there and they were like, well, we got you this week. You ain't even got to think about nothing. This week, we got you a car. Do what you got to do for the whole week. All right, cool. I was like, all right, good. Second week come. Yeah, I know, back at it. Sunday, I'm anxiety running. I'm like, oh my God, what I'm about to do for Monday? Or they have school Monday. I was like, what I'm going to do for Tuesday? What we going to do? What we going to do? Woo. And if you just keep faith and pray and leave it up to God, He gonna make sure everything else is just set up in stone.
Of course.
So now we're this week, which is the 3rd week, and I have a car back. So it was oh, there we go, we're back moving. But also, it's what do I need to not do to have to return this car again, like I did 3 weeks ago?
Yeah. So
I have to come up with a whole new plan, on top of a whole new way of scheduling 3 children, maneuvering them, and my baby plays sports. So I have a youngest that plays sports, and my oldest is playing sports at school. So now our schedules in such a conflict. So it's it'd be a lot. So you had to really pray, leave it up to God, and write your plan down on paper.
Yeah.
And execute it. Because being a single mom, you really gotta have God on your team. That's my number one person on my team. Because without him, nothing. I don't know. I don't even know how I went through the 3 weeks that fast. It being possible. Because typically I would have no, I ain't going to football practice. We not doing that because I don't have a car. We can't go to football practice.
Yeah.
But no. We're going to football practice. We're going to continue to do what we do every day, even if I had a car. This is what we got to stick to the routine. Because if we allow this to control us, I might have not even got that car this week.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact I didn't stick to the script.
Yeah.
Just because something happened don't mean your whole life is.
It'd be hard to do.
It's hard.
I think a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to stick to the script in the face of a storm. So it's everybody got faith when it's going good. It's it's going good.
Yeah, it's no.
But when I'm telling you, gonna find out your real friends is lose your car. But it's an eye opener as well, and it really and it's not necessarily as far as the people that people say, oh, these people ain't showing up for me, because everybody got their day-to-day life. Mm-hmm. But it does highlight the people that's man, they really here for me. And these are are the people that I have to prioritize as well. So it's good it worked out, but I really want to highlight when you broke down. It's like that release too. People be scared to release that.
Oh my God.
And people just they bottle stuff in, so they take it out. And I'm glad within the story you didn't say, "Oh, I cussed such and such out," and woo. It was just like I let it go. I let it go. Not let it go on somebody. Not let it go in the teacher's face. I just let it go, and still didn't have it figured out. But I let it go for me.
Yeah. That part. Like, it's the keeping it bottled up. I don't want to say I bottle my stuff up, but it's like going back to being a single mother. Like, my day-to-day life consists of thinking for me and 3 other children. So it's like I don't have the space or time to be like, all right, let me process what I just went through and let me like cry it out and do what I need to do. I don't have time for that. It's like I gotta catch that time, and it was like God set me down at that time too. It was like, all right, I need you to sit down. Yeah. Because you're moving super fast. You're not breathing. You're not, like, processing your emotions. All of that hit me in that spare time a moment. I'm like, oh, my God, like, I need this moment. Like, and my aunt and it was like, Dominique, I'm just going to let you, like, I threw the receipt out the window. Like, I threw a fit. Like, I threw a baby fit. And I have not done that. I don't know how long. I couldn't tell you. I'm talking years. Like, I didn't even do that when my mom passed. I'm just like, it was just like, oh my God, I gotta let all of this out, because like it was the overwhelming of thinking. I'm the thinker. I'm always thinking.
Do you practice breath work?
That's my problem. I stopped. And I didn't stop to like, that's why I was like, God was like, let me slow you down. Because I just start going back out, like meditating, grounding myself. Yeah. So that was my thing. Like, I can get distracted. It's like I get what I need, and then I get distracted.
And that's why I tell people that discipline is self-care.
It is.
In its purest form. Because sometimes I be tired, but I do my breath work, I do my meditation. But you realize, like, how important your breath is. Because when you crying and you boo-hooing,
it's so crazy and gliding.
It be going up and down, and you panicking. But if you can, at that point in time, and that's why I don't like when challenges come my way, but I know they're going to come, because without dark, there's no light. But I understand that problems happen to everybody. Mm-hmm. So in those moments, it's just like, okay, let me step back and just breathe. Mm-hmm. And it still comes sometimes, but it's like you controlling the environment.
Yeah. And I think that's another thing too. I always do that. It's like something happened to me, I always like, all right, let me step back. My reaction is not always so like, it's typically like you said, like, all right, this life, this how it happens. But it was like this final spare moment. It's like I'm all out of it. It's like I'm all out of it, because I didn't have plenty of those times where it's all right, let me sit back. All right, it's okay. All right, let's keep going. But that's what I was getting at, where it's like life can go. My life goes on so much. It's so hard to take a time out and be like, let me breathe and process this whole emotion. It's like, all right, I know this is about to happen. Let me think of a 1, 2, 3 plan right quick. And it comes like that. But it was like at this space and that time, it was like I was all out of it. It was like it was nothing else to give, just because I do everything. Where's the man? Where's the masculine? Where's the father? I shouldn't even have to. My reaction was like that anyways, because it's back on me. I'm the thinker. Oh my God, I'm the only one that's gonna be able to pick them up from school. I'm the only one that got to drop them off at school. Oh my God, I gotta make money. Oh my God, like it's just so much. It comes back on. I'm like, oh shoot, but this is my everyday life. Like, I know I'm the only one that can pick them up and drive them to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like, oh, I gotta think harder to think of a plan. When it's typically you have the children's father. All right, hey, I just went through some issues. Can we talk about how we gonna work this out? I can't even do that. Yeah, that's not an option for me. Because
when you a single parent, you like, people don't realize you're a professional problem solver, and because like I'm not a single. I wouldn't consider, but I have help. I have resources. I have a lot of, and some people like I said, they may not have as many as others. But yeah, you a professional problem solver, and it's like it's every day. A problem could come up every day. But the thing about it is, you get better at it. It's like when you solve this one problem, it's like, okay, cool. I know how to act or react when this problem comes up again.
It gets so normal.
Like you said, when you lost the car, okay, cool. I know how it is to be without that. Whatever I did prior to that to lose it, we not doing that no more.
We ain't doing that no more. We gotta be a little better than that. So I'm happy I got to get a second round of it. Like, okay, it's like, and I prayed about that. I was like, guys, I promise I'm gonna do everything right this time. I'm not gonna get distracted. I'm not gonna do this with this. But like you said, I'm a professional problem solver, but that get tired. Yeah. And that's what I'm really getting at. Like, that get tired. I'm tired of having to keep problem solving.
It does.
I should not be the only person problem solving here. I'm not the only one that had these 3 children by myself.
Absolutely.
But then again, with that part, I know I'm the only. This is the choices I made. This is what it is. This is the child's father. So that's why I don't even do all the complaining with my children's father. Like, there's no need to, because I know the type of person he is. I can't fix that.
I like when you said these are from the choices that I made, and amongst some women, accountability is just ain't there. And I ain't attacking women or nothing like that, but that's not said often amongst a lot of women, because, you know, I don't know, like, well, maybe it's just me and my circle of men, but we hold each other accountable. I could be doing a rep wrong in the gym, and one of my homeboys gonna hit me up like, yeah, he was kind of rushing on that one. But to some women, they, you know, it's. I feel like when you take accountability, you put the ball back in your court, and I love that. And it's like you said, it's, you know, it's a lot of problems that comes up, but I understand that these are because of choices that I made, and they do get better. Like, boy, when my kids was younger and I couldn't find no babysitter.
I felt that part. I agree. It got a little better. I ain't gonna lie, it's the homework stressing me out. I'm taking like 2-3 hours with one kid on homework.
5 apples?
No, it ain't even funny. No. This stage, we're worried about why the seeds went from one habitat to the other habitat. I'm trying to figure out what we're labeling, all the diagrams of this is soil, this is roots, this is the sun, this is the, like, it's just so much. And I'm just like, but for me, it's because my child already have lacked certain things from the previous grade. So it's like I'm backtracking and trying to catch her up. And it's like, oh my God.
What do you do in those moments when you
give me a cut water at the end? 12 a.m. I'm up at the bar. I'm not gonna lie to you. The kids asleep. I done went through 3 kids with homework. My kindergarten need help with homework. And he's awesome. Oh my gosh, shout out to my kindergarten. He's awesome. He's just like rapidly picking up things. But I'm spending at least 4 hours with homework. And with 3 different kids. Shout out to my oldest. He's super smart. He's there, so he really don't need my help. Yeah. But he don't like helping. He told my child, if you give me a piece of they had 4 little muffins in a bag, and he said, I help you with this homework. Everywhere that I gotta help you with, you gotta give me a tiny piece of your muffin.
Yeah. He gave up that muffin?
I told my daughter, I don't no help from nobody like that. I said, you help my baby? I said, you can go.
It shouldn't be transactional amongst
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And I checked him about it. Yeah, I corrected him after the fact. Because we ain't doing that. And then you're smart. Like, why don't you want to help us? Yeah. Even me, help me. I'm asking for your help. It's like, and I'm smarty pants. Oh, well.
And I really think it'd be the explanation, because I think some single moms think that their kids are obligated to help them out, and they're not.
They're not. That's why I was like, you can go.
They're kids, and so it's like, but when you can sit them down and explain to them, like, this is our tribe, so we help one another out, and you may not always get something back in return, but just a simple fact to know that you helped out somebody that you love. Right. That's the end of the story.
And don't worry about getting paid, because I'm telling y'all, God be paying. I don't know who they be serving out here, but God gets the paying. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, bankroll on bank. I'm trying to tell you, God is great.
So, what would you define as a single mom?
Definition of single mother is being the day-to-day giver. Yeah. The day-to-day giver. Like, it's literally just you. Little to no help. Even with the little help, it's help. Yeah. That's not permanent. It's not their day-to-day. It's help. So, just because I have a little help does not make me a single mother. Yeah. I feel like not being a single mother is having my children father, not aunties, uncles, grandmothers, the parent, the other parent.
Yeah.
And really having that co-parent.
Yeah.
Now that's when it's no longer single parent.
Yeah.
Because now we're talking co.
Splitting.
Co is not, oh, I get them every other weekend and then blase, I call them when I feel like it. Or just call me whenever you need something. That's not co-parenting.
Because they always need something.
That's help too.
Stop playing.
That's help too. Baby daddy helping too. That's not co-parenting.
No.
Co-parenting is day-to-day life. Because your kids need you every day. I don't give a fuck where you live at. Day-to-day. I don't care if you choose to pick them up after school. That's cool. 30-minute ride, 20-minute ride matters. Children need only 30 minutes of attention for every 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
So if you given that 30 minutes out of these 8 hours they've been in the school, all right, cool. You take them to your house, do homework with them, drop them right back off home. You spend 2, 3, 4 hours with your kid every day. We ain't saying you gotta wash them. You can even, some dads, hey, I'm keeping my kids over tonight. I'm dropping them off at school.
Yeah.
That's co-parenting. I'm being here day to day with my children. That's a co-parenting. That's not being a single mom. A single mom is literally somebody by herself, day to day, figuring things out.
I think a lot of men don't really understand the fact of co-parenting. In the definition of the word, is a equal split of responsibilities and time. Because, and maybe like common sense ain't common, but I seen the frustration on my oldest. She about to be 11, but when she was 2 years old, I seen the frustration on her face, and so I presented to her, okay, I'm gonna get her every Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna pick her up from school Monday, or arrange for her to be picked up. I'm gonna keep her Monday night, take her to school Tuesday, keep her Tuesday night. You pick her up Wednesday. So I do Monday, Tuesday, you do Wednesday, Thursday, and we do every other Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So it would be times that she wouldn't have the child for 5 days. And it would be times I wouldn't have the child. But see, that made things easier on planning vacations, the whole nine. And a lot of men don't get that. Even the kids, even the dads that get their kids every weekend. It's like they don't really understand. That's not co-parenting.
It's not co-parenting.
Because you don't have them throughout the week. And that really
You're missing a lot.
That really be the nitty-gritty of it.
You're missing a lot.
That's when they learn. That's when they, and a lot of parents, fathers in some sense, couldn't even tell you what their kid like on their hamburger. But I think that getting the term co-parenting actually defined is major, because a lot of men think like, oh, I get my kid every weekend, like I shouldn't, this and that. Mm-hmm. I feel like they might call me a pick, and you still should be giving them some bread. Or if you can't get the kid anytime throughout the week and you just getting them every weekend,
the money don't be nothing. It's because the kids, it ain't even about, it's the children. We say we want a better world, we want a better space, we gotta raise these kids. The issue is these children don't have a healthy home. That's so unhealthy to even not have the other parent. Yeah. My children don't have as a healthy home that they need because there's no balance in the home. Yeah. They lack that. That's an issue. And not even a balance outside of the home. So they don't even get that until the weekend. And then it ain't even the right masculine balance. Sorry. If you want to get there and be technical. So it's not about the money. It's about your presence. Your energy is money. Your essence, your presence is money. That's the money. When you there spending your time with your children, God pay that. Like, you get paid for that. You don't get paid for that. People be like, oh, I gotta give my baby mama $200. Or even with me, I have my moments where I'm like, dang, I gotta spend this money on my kids. And then it'd be like, Dominique, you don't even think like that. It's gonna come right back. It's gonna come right. You get paid for doing what, cause we out here on a mission. We all doing God's work. And that's what I mean, God gonna pay us. Because we doing God's work. We ain't down here for us. We ain't down here for our just own sake. We here for God, on God's time, on God's work, on God's mission. So it's like, we can't even fuck the money. Yeah. Our presence, our energy, our essence is why we down here. That's why he allowed us to come in this vessel to be here.
I wouldn't say fuck the money.
I'm not fuck the money, literally.
Cool.
We need the money for
okay, sure. That's okay. It ain't top, like right below. Okay, cool.
I need the money for sure. But I'm saying, our reality, don't just give me a check or think $100, $200 every 2 weeks or a week is enough for me. It's not, because it's not me that need it. It's these children. My children need your presence. My children need that father, that masculine. They need that.
How old were you when you had the first kid?
I was 17.
17? Mm-hmm. What was going through your mind when you found, I know it's a while back, because
I was excited.
You was excited?
Oh, I was excited. That was the first baby I posted. Like, I posted my baby on Facebook, y'all, in a fetus. Did the fetus ultrasound. I told the world. I didn't even call my family hand in hand, one-to-one. I posted it on the world. I was like, hey, I'm having a little one. But the reason for my first kid was for me. Me and my children's father planned that. Like, we talked about that. Like, I'm like, I want a baby. I wish I wanted a dog, to be honest. If I can go back, I wish I really was like, nigga, let's get a dog. But it was, and I know because he already had a child. So that was even more on why I probably, like, really was like. He had a child? He already had a kid before our first kid, yes.
How old was he?
His first kid came when they were, like, sophomores in high school.
Oh, he nasty.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, his name used to be T Nasty.
T?
Terribly nasty. That's so fucked up. Why do I have a baby? Oh my god. Okay. So, yeah, that tells a lot about me. That's not right. I mean, anywho.
Say sips tea.
Yeah. TMI, Jesus. Anyways, I wanted my baby because I had a kind of a rough childhood, even in like growing up, being in high school, and I was so distracted, and it was like, what am I living for? What am I doing? I didn't live with my mom. I didn't live with my dad. I'm living with a brother that do all type of crazy mess. I'm doing crazy mess too. So it's just like, what am I doing with myself? And it was like I didn't have a goal. It's like I messed up so bad I couldn't even think in my normal reality of just go back to school, go to college, whoop de whoop, do what you gotta do. It wasn't even like that. It was like, it's like I made things harder for myself. Oh my God, I can really say that right now. I made things so much harder for myself because of trauma. It wasn't even because I didn't have support or it was trauma. I allowed trauma to take over. So I started making just irrational decisions and feeling like, oh, I'm grown, I got it.
So you think the excitement came from, like, this is my time to do right? This is my time to do for my child that wasn't done for me? Where do you think that excitement came from at 17? Because I was mad as hell when I was 19.
I was trying to just...
pissed. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, you good. You was pissed? Damn. I'd be pissed too in high school. I was getting out of high school. So, like, he came, like... If I would have graduated my actual year, I wouldn't have had my baby until the following year. Okay. So, the year that I graduated was the year I actually had him, which wasn't even my original graduation year. So, I was already out of high school. Like, that shit didn't phase me. Okay. Hell no, I ain't having no kids in high school. I was living my best life. But, that's why I had a baby at 17, because I did so much. It was like, it was like a way of grounding myself. Yeah. If you want to, it's like I was ready to be grounded. I was ready to be focused on something. I was ready to have some type of goal, something to reach. And it was like, oh, if I get pregnant, I ain't got no choice. It's going to motivate me. Like, I'm going to be a great mom. Like, I'm going to have to do this. Like, I'm going to have to whatever. And then, like, I wasn't by myself. Like, me and my children's father was, like, in a real relationship. Like, we were together. We lived together. We got, like, 2 apartments together. Like, we were together. So, like, I didn't even think about being a single mom. Like, that wasn't even in my brain. I'm like, okay, I got a little family. I'm about to... Yeah. I can focus and I can get my shit together. And I literally got my shit together when I had my son. Like, my shit was in order. Like, I'm paying rent. I got my own little space, you know. We're driving. We got a good job. It was just, I graduated. Like, everything was just back flowing. I felt like I have a reason to live. Because at a point, I didn't feel like I had a reason to live. And I wouldn't say I was so much suicidal, but it was like, I don't want to be here. What am I doing with myself? I didn't get to go to Clarkerland or Georgia State. Like, I had goals in high school, and I didn't get to reach those goals. I didn't get to make it because I fucking fumbled to play. So I was, like, beating myself up. Like, I was really salty. Like, I was beating myself up. So, like I said, I started making irrational decisions and just started doing things. Because I feel like having a kid that young was very irrational, too. I shouldn't even thought about, oh, I want to have a kid. I'm like, why didn't I think of a damn dog? Like, you got to take care of this dog together.
Yeah, some people don't. You know, and that's why they say it's best to, because nowadays some people are having kids in their early 30s, late 20s, and they're a lot more financially stable. And side note, if y'all need my daughter to babysit, we charging top dollar, because all the stress and triumph I had to go through at 19, but yeah, a lot of people, they are having them, and I think for obvious reasons, because like you said, at 17, you're not making the most rational decision. You thinking off of sometimes pure emotion and not logic.
Literally, that's it. That's all it was.
Because when she came to me, she was like, you know, I'm pregnant at 19. Like, I was working at Arby's, making what, 8, 15 an hour.
Sheesh.
I was but I understood at the time, like, I'm not financially ready to have a baby. But see, I was out here doing stuff to have a baby, so it was like, you know, it's that fine line that you gotta walk. Cause like you said, I ain't saying to refrain from having sex or intercourse, but be a little bit more conscious when you're going up in something without a condom on, or you know.
You don't want no kids, just don't have sex. You don't want no kids, protect yourself too. You don't want no kids, protect yourself, don't have sex. That's your 2 options. Because I think the stupidest shit is, oh my God, I can't believe I'm pregnant and I wasn't even doing. Bitch, you were on a date.
You was getting what?
Very raw.
Them cut waters, acting crazy.
I don't think they was they more on the tequila.
That was tequila.
Yeah, don't blame the cuts. Yeah, I always trying to throw the cuts out there.
Leave them out
Cuts,
of it.
Yeah, we cuts out. You know, we get along. Me and cut water get much along.
So when your other 2 came along, what changed? Do you think anything mentally
I didn't
changed
tell them to come along. I'm trying to figure out where the hell they came from. And so much honesty, like, I didn't say I wanted 2 more kids. And I didn't say I wanted a girl. You know, my friends like, you don't want your boy and a girl? I didn't think about that shit. I wasn't worried about that shit. I was doing things I want to have no business doing. Bouncing on stuff. Emotional. Young. So sad. Like I said, it wasn't even that I didn't have the support. Like, my aunts were my biggest people in my ear, because my mom wasn't all the way mentally there to be there for me. So I had my aunts. And when my aunts, they used to be like, Dominique, you shouldn't move in with him. Y'all just gonna keep making babies. Like, I had that in my ear. Oh, no, I had that stuff in my ear. I chose, once again, because I think I'm grown. I thought I was grown and had it all figured out. I don't need them. I got it. But the reason I felt like that, it came from trauma. That didn't just come because I want to be rebellious. I didn't want to listen to them. It was trauma. It was like all my life I've been raised by a village. People don't understand. Being raised by a village is not always, it comes with some cons. Yeah. So being raised by a village, I'm taking everybody's opinion about how I should be. And I did it all my life. So it was like, I'm so tired of that. Let me do what I want to do. And that's where I became, I guess, rebellious to the right things that I
never really thought about it like that.
Yes. And then when I do my deep, like, think, like, where does shit, it's trauma. Like, everything, that stuff, trauma. Like, trauma. So, that being said, you know, I have to grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Like I said, I made the bed out of egg. Like, I did. Like, I did. I had those people in my ear. Like, don't do that. That's wrong to do that. And it's just like, no, I don't give a fuck. Who are y'all? This is my life. I gotta figure this out. I can't keep taking everybody's opinion about how I should be or who I should look like or what I should look like. Like, I have to do this I have to figure me out. Like, y'all not me. Y'all don't know what I've been through. Y'all haven't been through things I've been through. Like, you know, I've been raised by a village. So that means you only seen a part of my life. She only seen a part of my life. And nobody know in all those different parts what have happened in those parts. Yeah. Stuff happens so much in one day. Like, so, yeah. I was just like, I'm gonna do me. So with them kids, they just came with irrationalness.
So if you had any advice as far as elders or people my age and up when it comes to being in a village, not necessarily even being the father or the mother of the child, how do they go about letting the child be themselves? Because I never really seen it put into that perspective, but it makes a lot of sense because you're getting so many different opinions from you should do this, you should do that.
Yeah. And that gets so, like, That's like how the celebrity be feeling in the real, in their little field. Like, oh my God, everybody got these things about what I should do or how I should portray myself. It's like, no, let me figure me out. Yeah. So letting people, what my family had to do is let my hand go. Like my aunt, she even said, she's like, the hardest thing I had to do was let you go. But I feel like if I didn't let you go, you would never learn. Yeah. And that's true. Like you have to let those kids learn. Let them kids bump their head. It's okay. That's who got them. God do, not you. God do. That child came from above. That's what we always forget. And that's why I say we forget that the biggest person in this situation is God, the creator. Yeah. So everything, like you said, like what should people do? I think people should, first off, what people forget to do is pray. Pray. Ask God what you should do. How should he guide you in this situation? We always taking him out and using our own mental, physical intellect that we've been through in our own personal experience, which doesn't work all the time because that person might not experience the same thing you just experienced. Yeah. So you need to ask God how he can show, and God's going to show you. He's going to show you. And if you don't get your answer, don't get the moving because you anticipate. That means sit back, sit still, pause. That means you need to listen to the situation. He wants you to listen. So you need to continue to watch what's going on, why this girl's operating that way, what's making this girl operate that way. At this time, this girl's operating this way. You have to watch children. And people don't watch children. People think watching kids is like, oh, go sit down, here go a hamburger, and here go some fries, come at me when you need something else, and whatever. Or come on, we going to the park. And like, no, watching your child is really paying attention. Okay, my son do this at this time. Why he be doing that? What he got going on? Okay, well, I'll get back to him when I want to continue to watch his behavior. But you have to watch children before you even can participate. So you got to watch and listen. And then ask God to prepare you and ready you to take on that situation.
And that's something I'm learning myself. It's a difference between being a parent and an active parent. Because, man, being an active parent, it's a whole different.
It's work.
And especially in today's era when it's normal for your kid to get raised by an iPad.
It's work.
Like, in the summertime, it's like, damn, these niggas all day, like, and it's you coming up with schemes and different things for them to do and art crafts, and they want to go to the park and it's 100 degrees outside, and you don't want to go to the. It's like it's a job within itself.
It so, is. Yeah. I told somebody the other night, I was like, I just got finished with my second job, and they was like, I thought your second job was King's Island. I was like, you know what? No, I'm sorry. My first job. My children. I just have to finish doing homework. And then even with the homework, like you can't, like you said, how you deal with that when you get so frustrated? I express myself. That's right. I am frustrated right now. It's so hard to do this right now with you. I'd be like, oh, you know what? I just need a break. Let me just walk away right quick. Twan, I need you. Like that's why I'm bringing my other kid in. Or like my best friend, she would be over sometimes and she'll help my children with homework. Yeah. She'll get Desiree. I put Desiree on her. There you go, girl. Got Desiree. I got the other two because that's my child. That's the one that really works me. Because it's like, I have to learn what you're learning, but it's hard for me to learn what you're learning because you can't even come back and tell me what you're learning because you can't comprehend everything. So it's the issue. It's like tug of war here. So I'm like, I can't wait for this parent-teacher conference. Like, child.
And I think that's good that you express yourself to your kids because it gives them space to express themselves when they frustrated. Because a lot of parents, they'll just go off and hide and like sometimes, you know, or they'll react in another way. Because boy, when I was coming up, it wasn't you. You was the frustration.
I can get smacked.
Yeah.
About 50 times.
So
erase that shit. Didn't I tell you shit wasn't even right? That shit ain't on the line. Erase that shit. See, I find myself telling my kid, erase that shit too. But I don't even be smacking them. My mom used to, I be like, y'all lucky. Like, I can't, because it ain't their fault. Like, you know? Yeah. And then I still gotta kind of be like, ooh, I hope my child don't have a reading disorder, guys. Because I'm like, this whole time I'm over here being very frustrated and my baby need extra more help. But anyways, it's past the thing. It's just I'm just like you said, I gotta be open. I gotta express myself to them. Yeah. It's just because they'd be sorry. They get sorry, like, what was she on? It's my fault. Or they get all fake scared, don't want to answer the question because they think you about to hit them and stuff. Like, I can't deal with that. Like, nah, we all gotta be cool, calm. It's okay. Tell my youngest, it's okay you don't say that word right. Yeah. But I need you to say something. I don't need you being scared. I think you're going to get it wrong. Because some kids be like, I don't want to say it because I think I'm going to get it wrong. It ain't about knowing the right or wrong. I need you to know what you feel like you know. Let it out. What's your first answer?
I think I was so calm teaching my kids because I knew they was eventually going to get it. And so some people took like me being calm as me being nonchalant. I'm like, my mom might say something, you need to be reading with her 30 minutes a day. And it's just like, she 5. Like, she going to get it. So it's like, I could be frustrated, but I'm going to do as much as I can, but I'm not a professional instructor. Mm-hmm. And so they go to school. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying everything falls on the teacher, but I'm not as well going to be frustrated because a 5-year-old is, they just a little bit behind. Because to keep it a bean, half of the stuff you learn in school, you ain't gonna need in real life any damn way. Now, reading and writing and basic.
But we talking about the basics.
Yeah, no, I'm
I need them to know the basics.
Absolutely.
That's the frustration part. It's like, and it's not even like I said, it's the second grader. She's a second grader. It's a frustration because I know we could have prevented these things from second grade if you listened to me in first grade. And that was the issue with her. Like my daughter, she would be like, oh, I'm not bringing homework home today. And I'd be like, why are you bringing homework home today? Oh, I didn't feel like doing it. Knowing first grade homework consists of the words that you already need to know that you can't sign out. What are the trick words? So it's like, you need to know your words. That's where you can't just be like, oh, I'm not bringing it home. You don't know these things. Because once you get in second grade, they're not holding hands. Teachers don't hold hands. That's another thing we get confused to. Educators are not holding kids' hands. I don't give a fuck how many times an educator's telling you, oh, if she asks for help, she can come to me, or da-da-da. No, it's not like that. It's not created that way. That's why they giving us homework to do with our children, because we got to help teach our child just like they got to help teach the child. Like, it's crazy out here when it comes to this school and stuff.
I think it's asinine a little bit to think they're going to get a lot of individual help from the teacher, because when you step back and think about it, it's like it's 30 people in this class.
Extra teachers.
No,
it's an extra teacher in the classroom.
It's a TA mostly in the school, but it's just I step back and I think at it from a human standpoint. It's like sometimes they might be just as frustrated as you, like me being a parent, like and maybe they should be able to handle it better, but I also step back and think, like, with the salary that they paying some teachers, you're not going to get the best quality candidates.
And once again, it ain't about the money. If you don't want to be there for those children, don't be there. Because working with kids, it's going to be frustrating. Period. I worked in a daycare. You think I promise to God, the whole time working in a daycare, I never got mad at my daycare kids. There was no need to. They're kids. And they're not my children. So I don't know how they've been taught. I don't know what they got going on. All I can do is do my part. Do your part. Just do your part. And these teachers want to do more than their part sometimes. And then also they do their part for money. So it is even more frustrating. I'm just here for a check. And then I gotta deal with Day and Chris. And I gotta deal with her little ass self, JJ, like, just in general, like you said, like, yeah, teachers can get, they're allowed to get frustrated, but some of their frustration don't really come from their job. It's come like they feel like they're forced to be there, or, like you said, it is a lack of parents, but that's, you know that. Those are the things we know. It's like, I know I'm going to have a lot of more issues because I'm a single mom. These are things we already know. You already know that, being into that field. You're going to have your days, bro. But don't lack or don't not do because you have your days. That's not fair. That's not fair. I don't care how much your salary is. Nigga, that was your dream job, you said. I ain't say go pick that job. There's plenty of other things to do out here. You want just a check, go to McDonald's. You can talk to them people rude all day.
Yeah, they do.
Like, you gotta, that's the thing, you gotta pick and choose. Pick and choose what side you want to be on. Everybody want to participate in two different sides of the book, and then boy, want their own little. Like, nah, choose your side, and then whatever your outcome is your outcome.
So I got a real controversial question. It's pertaining to diet, because a lot of parents, myself included, we don't always feed our kids the best of foods. And I know, I don't know if you still do, but at a certain point in time, you were eating pretty clean. And you were also feeding your kids the same. did you notice a change in their attitudes and moods when you switched over their diets?
Fuck yeah. Even in mine, y'all, I started clowning on the meat this summer. I picked up meat this summer. And, ooh, this sparked a little ha-ha in my head. That's why my emotions be so, like, sporadic, too. Like, I had that big old thing. Like, where did that come? Like, I know where it came from, but it was, like, so much with it. I'm like, oh, I've been eating meat. Clowning on meat. So, like, yes, I have seen my children go from, like, even with fruit snacks and snacks in the house and all that stuff, like, they're much calmer. The energy ain't as loud. It ain't all of this. You be like, bro, what is you doing? Sit down. Mama. They be like, the energy is way more toned and mellow. Oh, when we in public, I see the difference with just my children and other people's children and how their diet is. Some kids, like, people like, oh, your kids' attention span is this short. Yeah, because y'all done gave these kids Hot Puffs, juice, Fruities, and a Starburst, and a honey bun. And guess what they lunch is? A pizza. Saucy ass red sauce pizza. With all this sweet shit in it.
Red dye 40 processed sugars.
So, the reason why a lot of these toddlers and children, attention span is coming down shorter and shorter. It's not no ADHD. It's a fucking food you feed your babies. It's their diet. It's off. It's completely off. Kids not getting the proper rest. They going to school acting retarded. It's because, what dinner did they really eat? Noodles? That's not a nutrition meal. Did you give your kid an apple this morning? Even at schools, like, I used to have to take my youngest son, like, fruit to school because in preschool, they didn't allow preschoolers to eat a fruit. They had to eat chocolate pancakes and a motherfucking orange juice. What is that?
They give us the raunchiest of breakfasts. Like, why am I eating a chocolate milk and a piece of breakfast? And it wasn't even no sauce on the pizza. It was just mad cheese and these old dried up sausages with a chocolate milk.
I'm trying to tell you.
Now I'm in the bathroom and my stomach sounds like Timberlands in the dryer. Like, this not fair to me. And that's what they be feeding kids.
They feed their kids that stuff.
And I notice the difference because I drive trucks, so I deliver food. But those schools, those molars, those like those schools, you have to, like, in good neighborhoods, or you got to pay for.
They
kids
really
to go
eating good.
They eating good.
I'm
dropping off tofu.
Yeah.
I'm dropping off fresh ingredients.
And let's get on tofu, y'all. Tofu ain't even all that good. Let me just put that out there. It ain't really healthy.
You ain't gonna see no tofu at some schools. That's why. Sure. So as a parent, sometimes you have to make those like decisions. Guess
what? Me not having my car, my children's father was like, "Why don't you just switch their schools around the corner? There's a school right there in your neighborhood. Why don't you just do that?" I live in One Hills. That neighborhood school got Evanston and One Hills kids in there. My kids don't even know they live in the hood. They don't know that One Hills is the hood. Why would I want to send my children to a school that gonna take them backwards and not forward? Yeah. Because of my circumstance. We gotta get our shit together. That's what that means. Get your shit in order. Cause who the fuck? I'm not taking my kids there. I'm not. And I think that's what made it even more frustrating on my own mental. Cause it's like, I gotta really make this shit work. Like, cause I refuse to make my children go backwards. Yeah. That matters. Like, having them go forward is a mental break on me at home. Being a single mom. Them making sure they P's and Q's is in order is a mental break for me. Like, when I can wake up sometimes, my kids is fully dressed, teeth brush, lotion on the face. My kindergarten, my third grader, and my second grader. They ready to go out the door. Oh shit, okay. That's a mental break. That's a mental break for me. But if I was to choose to be like, I'm going outside, I'm gonna let my grandma watch out for 2 days out the week or 3 days out the week. And then woosah, like, that shit fucks up shit.
They don't run the program.
It's not a program. Exactly. So being a single mom, too, really makes you stick to that. Because ain't nobody going to move it. You got to come up with a schedule and a program that actually works for you.
Because that 2-day break that you sending them over to whoever out, the grandma, whatever, they might be feeding them the stuff you're not feeding them. And now you're coming back
and I got to reverse this shit.
You hear me? And the
yes.
and so it's like, did you really get a break?
No. That's what I be talking about. Some people, oh my God. And so in this 3-week process that I was just talking about, like really hitting me that I'm a single mom, the help that helped me did not hinder me this time. And I think that was the first time I could really say, ooh, some help didn't hinder me, or my help didn't cost me. I didn't have to do nothing, or I didn't have to go out my way in the return of this help. The help was just there. Shout out to you, God, because if I didn't believe in you and just would have started calling random people off GP or trying to work all this stuff out in this frustration brain, I probably would have picked up a cup of help that was going to hinder me. Some help that probably would have cost me. But instead, I went home, I let it out, I relaxed. I still can think. All right, cool. They already gave me the car. I ain't even about to think about next week. Fuck it. Think about this week. And then when you want to focus on this week, just think about the things that you have to do in that day. Don't think about no old extra shit you want to do or some old extra shit you're thinking about having to do. Like, no. What is your day-to-day life right now? Focus on that. Knock that shit out the door. And then when you can get to it, get to it.
And I want to highlight when you said the help didn't hinder you, because I don't think a lot of people understand when they are giving out help, it's the place from where they're giving it out. Because sometimes they'll obligate you to like a tit for tat, or this is transactional, because maybe it's from the place I'm giving it out. Like if somebody asks me for some bread, I'm always gonna give from a place where I can take a loss on it. Mm-hmm. So even if you say I can give it back Friday, and Friday come about and you don't have it. As long as you communicate with me, we good. I ain't never about to fall out about nobody I love about no bread, no nothing like that. But I think a lot of times that's the place it's given from place of lack. And then when you say it didn't hinder you, it's just like it came to you, and then it come with no strings attached. It didn't come with nothing but.
And I didn't ask. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. The only person I asked was the person that gave me the hardest time. But did the guy tell me to go ask? No, I went in my own way because I already knew I couldn't ask that person. Why did you even put yourself in that predicament to ask? I didn't tell you to call that person, right? And you know in the cue that's not a person that, because if that was the case, you wouldn't even feel the way you're feeling right now.
It's just attraction. People think P behind the camera, y'all. It's me and P, we were just talking about attraction from a place of effort. And that's not really a good place of attraction. Attraction is sometimes just sitting in your presence and knowing that things are going to be okay, and they work out. So I only brought that up because I definitely believe in signs. True. We literally were just sitting.
That's true. Attraction, like you just sit there. That's why I'm like, just sit still. Yeah. Be still. Sometimes, like you said, you got to sit with yourself. Be present with yourself. Listen. When I say listen, you listening consciously to yourself and whoever else you pray to or else. Because some people, I don't know who they pray to, and they be like, oh, such and such said this in my head. I'm like, what spirit told you to do that crazy shit? That wasn't fucking logical. What the fuck? You scared me. I be damn. Who is you praying to? Don't pray for me. I don't know. But
I don't need that in my life.
Yeah. So I don't know. I do know. But yeah, you gotta be with yourself. You definitely gotta be present with yourself. Because if you ain't present with yourself, I don't know how you're gonna get through life.
Do you meditate with your kids?
We did. We haven't did it in a little while, and they always pulling on my strings. Like, Mom, let's go out and ground. Let's go out. And I'm like, all right. I just haven't gave the time to do that. It's been a little while. And they brought up a memory that we used to do, literally, like every week. We had something to do every day in that week. So we'll do pick up trash Mondays, recycle Tuesdays, explore Wednesday, and on our Sunday was our meditation day. So we would sit in this field behind my house and eat tons of fruit and just ground and read books, and then that'd be and I only did that for 20-30 minutes because at that time they were much younger, so their toddler expand was all right, Mom, let's go run and do this now. But they sat and grounded for a couple seconds, probably 2 minutes the max at their age. But that's good, that's perfect. Their shoes is already off in the grass, so they already, they're naturally getting that grounded. But them sitting with themselves, I let them do that for like 2 minutes. Sit with yourself. And now my oldest, he does it in general. Desiree does it, my second oldest, does it in general. Yeah. Desiree tell you she didn't pray last night. She was like, I remember she came in, she said, Mom, I couldn't sleep, so I had to pray. And I prayed God if he can help me sleep. And then I prayed to Granny D, which is my mother. And I was like, okay, and how does it work for, how did it work for you? Like, did you sleep? She was like, I slept so good. I went to sleep, Mom. But just starting from those little moments of that 2 minute grounding or meditation, they was able to go back from that space. Like, oh, let me pull this up. I remember my mama said, we did this one day and that made me feel like this. Even with my son be like, Mama, I just need to go hug a tree. Or I just need to ground. I'm like, all right, go do you.
I think instilling stuff like that in your kids when they're young is like super vital.
I think it's
like, because some of the stuff carries, because it's almost like it was a story I was listening to, and I wouldn't say put your kids on a leash, but in the sense of this, it was like, I guess, an elephant trainer, and it was a baby elephant. He had him on the leash his whole life, but as he got older, he never really, he could definitely pulled away, did his thing, because he big ass, hungry ass elephant. So he could have did his thing, but he didn't. Mm-hmm. And so in that story, to flip it and put it into a positive, sometimes you can do the same for your kids. You can give them boundaries, you can give them guidelines. They can see you meditating, they can see you eating healthy. You can start doing this for them, and they'll naturally get curious. Mm-hmm. And as they get older, some of these, things, they just stick. Mm-hmm. So they'll never really stray away. I mean, everybody has their faults. Shit happens, but like you said, even with you and the meat, you might stray away, but you always come back.
Yeah, it's already instilled. Yeah. And that's crazy, because the things I think about the most when I'm being a mom is I can't wait to see them get older, because they watch me and they watches me, and I know I've done so much great things in their eye. Like, my oldest think I'm famous, I promise. You guys say, hey, Mama, you're famous. Everybody talks to you. You be talking to everybody know you. Desiree, like, my mom does everything. We went to modeling. They just was with me doing this. I'm in the movie. I didn't even tell everybody, but I'm in this movie. And they were there. They there with me there. Yeah. So that's a perk of being a single mom, too. Like, they really see that I don't settle and I don't give up and I do what I want. And when I say I do what I want, meaning I don't soak in life and just be like, wait until things come to me. No, they like, Mom, get out there and get it. Oh, Mom's working. She's on Uber or something. Oh, they just watch me marry a couple. How many kids is watching their mom officiate weddings? You know what I'm saying? At this age. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm more excited to see what they're going to become, or who they're going to become when they're older. Because it's like, I know the part that I'm doing. And that's I love that part about me. Like, I know that I'm doing my part as a mother. Can't nothing outside of me tell me I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do as a mama. Can't nothing. I don't care what I'm at. Daddy's, I don't care where I'm at. It can't nothing. I was on the phone I told Mama, I said, Amy, because it's hard being a single mama and trying to have a real 9-to-5 job. It's hard. I'm the single mother. It's hard. So they're like, Dominique, it's what we go. And I said, y'all, I do care. I wasn't talking literally broke, but I was like, I don't care if I'm broke. At least I can tell you my children had a mother. Not a mom, my dukes. They had a mother. They can say every step of the way, even though my mama probably had $2 in her motherfucking pocket. We lived like we had 100. We ate like we had 200. We slept like we had 1,000. So for me, I'm a mother. Like, I'm a true mother. Like, I'm a mother.
I love women that embody motherhood. Like, can I be one of your kids? I'm sorry.
My best friend, she said that shit too. I actually call her my son. Like, my best friend, my son. She be like, when I'm with you, best friend, I feel like, you're kids. I feel like I'm part of your kids.
It's an instinct within some women. Like, they just got that natural motherly, and it's like small things, like, that's like a make or break for me when it comes to life. But like, if I see you just wilding out on your kids all the time, or like just the way you mother, it's just like I don't want that energy, and I understand that
kids get cussed out.
Absolutely, I understand that, but
definitely like motherfuckers.
But it's a fine line between that and abuse. Like some of they get to really going crazy on it, like you dumb you stupid.
Follow me there. I just told my son that's some dumbass shit. Why we do some dumbass shit like that?
But see, I ain't excusing that, but I think it's a difference between looking the kid in their face and calling them you stupid dumbass.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
The intention.
Yeah.
And even when I do, like, because my family, like, I'm like, quit saying them kids get on your nerves, or you don't want them kids, or fuck them kids in front of their face. Because that can, you know, mess with them later on down the line. I said, y'all, that's the difference between me and probably so many other people. I tell my kids, I'm me, baby. I don't give a shit. You can't tell me I don't love you because I said fuck them kids. But you in my house still, nigga. You still eating my food. I'm still making sure you getting to school. And people like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. No, it's mamas that don't even do that. Like you said, it's a choice of school that my children go to. Nigga, I'm making sure I got a car to make sure I'm taking y'all 20 minutes outside of the district that y'all live in. So y'all can have a great education. Intention. I'm very intentional with my children. So yes, when I be like, man, fuck them kids, they know that ain't intentional. They know that's not intentional. I do too much. I express myself too much with my children. So they know it's like, my mama talking shit. They know. They know when mama talking shit. And they know when mama is like serious. They know the difference with that with me.
So I've heard this phrase a lot. I heard it in movies. I've said it. I don't know if anybody, but I feel like a lot of people have said it before when they see their mom going through something, and then via their mom struggling or going through something, they start going through something. If it was ever a scenario where your kids came to you and said, I didn't ask to be here, how would you handle that?
I ain't asked to be here. Yes, you did, motherfucker. you want to get here, motherfucker. God, you think I'll let you come down to this motherfucking vessel and you didn't choose to be here? Shit, motherfucking me. Yes, you did. That's the dumbest shit to say. Yes, you did. You said it on a contract, nigga. You need to go ask God about that shit. I ain't.
Oh!
I don't know.
He said, yes, you did, motherfucker. You asked.
Shit. Motherfucker, well, I didn't have to have you at all. You could have, plan B could have worked. Bitch, you dodged it. Especially that last kid. I wish my last kid would come to me because I'm like, nigga, you ate those plan Bs. I sent one down there, that shit was gone. Motherfucker, you was growing and shit. I'm like, growing? What the fuck? I like really had, this is like, let me give my personal, because I'm gonna be thinking this is how real I am. And like I said, I love my babies. I just looked at them the other day, like I really got 3 strong, powerful, golden children. Like it's funny that there's only 3 of them. And they like, oh my God, I've seen so much power. But surpassed that, my last child, I really try to have a plan B. I wasn't going to them doctors or nothing. I was like, you know what, shit, this baby about to come the fuck out. Like, shit, I'm probably about to have a miscarriage. Like, I was really adamant about it because I didn't want any more kids. And I was just pregnant back to back. You 9 months in this pregnancy. So I imagine being pregnant back to back. 3 years, basically 3 years in a row. I probably got 1.5 of a year without being pregnant. That was probably like 3-4 months. That was shitty. I didn't even get to live down. Like, what the fuck? Like, so I ended up like having this big old thing where I like was bleeding really, really, really bad, and I was like, "This is the miscarriage." I was like, "Let's go." I was a little scared. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I was a little scared. Like, oh shit, I messed with the baby. I was like, I don't know. I'll pray about that later. Like I talk to God about that later. But let's just go see if this baby, like. I went to the hospital. I'm a little happy too. Like shit, this baby about to be come. Shit, I'm gonna be back. Man, that motherfucking doctor said, it looks like you might have twins. I said, twins? I said, are you alive? I looked at the lady. I said, no, I don't believe in that. I was like, twins and me? I was like, no. They was like, they run in your family? No. Twins don't run here, honey. And you double check. And she double checked. And she was like, well, your baby looks all right. I like this motherfucker survived.
Took that little flip-flop off.
Man, they was like, you come back? I said, I'm not coming back. I I'm not coming back. They're like, you can come back to your next checkups. I said, man, fuck this doctor and fuck all this shit. They actually kicked me out. I don't know if anybody ever got kicked out. I got kicked out of the hospital. Like, nobody would accept me anymore because they was like, you just abandoned the hospital. Like, you didn't come to none of your appointments. You just abandoned. They try to make it sound like I abandoned my kid. Like, I didn't abandon him, motherfucker.
You went AWOL?
I went AWOL, motherfuckers. Fuck them. I took care of myself. And all my kids came natural.
I like your honest answer. A lot of people can't be honest, man. And a lot of people, you know, they, oh, well, it's okay. You didn't ask to be here, but we're going through this. You told that nigga straight up. Yes, you did.
Now, motherfucker, figure out what you got going on here. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'll give my kids back to themselves. Don't put your emotional burdens on me. That don't belong to me. I didn't create those emotions. You create those emotions. That's why I tell my children, emotions are spirits. And they know that. Sadness is a spirit. Happiness is a spirit. Excitement is a spirit. Depressed is a spirit. You get to choose what spirit you want to be in. Don't put that on nobody else. Oh, even when it comes to them too. Oh, Desiree made me mad. Desiree can't make you shit. You chose to be mad, nigga. I said, she make you. That is a spirit. I said, remove the spirit and get happy. All you gotta do is alternate your mind, your spirit. The mind equates to soul. So fix yourself. Choose where you want to be. Motherfuckers choose. I hate when people like, you have to know. Motherfuckers chooses to be where they at. People choose to be this way. They choose that. Because I can be all those things those people say. They be like, oh, they situations made. No, they chose to let the situation make them. They chose that shit.
So I want to ask you 2 questions to end. Not questions, just statements for mothers out there. First statement being, if you had anything to say to somebody who was 16, 17, and they're contemplating having a baby, or they're currently having sexual relations and they think they may be with a man that's ready to have a baby, what's a couple of words that you have to say to them?
I would say, first off, always think and ask yourself, is this going to make this situation better, or is it going to make it worse? Always ask yourself, can this help, or can this hinder me? You have to ask those questions. Those questions are important. I feel if you ask yourself, is this going to help or hinder, or is this beneficial or not beneficial? Because we can, like you said, make our decisions in that time and in those emotions. So in that time in your emotions, you sit and bring those questions up. And you're going to have 2 different answers, because I've done it. One time, like, oh shit, even with could have had a 4th kid, and I had to come with that. I had to ask myself, is this going to make me better, or is this going to make it harder? Is my life going to get easier, or is it going to get harder? Could I ask that question? Because we got to deal with that shit. So you got to deal with your kid. You decide to have a kid early, or even in your mid-30s, or even have a kid. Just ask yourself, is this going to make my life easier or harder? Is this going to make me better or not better?
I like that answer. And it was real simple, but it made a lot of sense, because it removes the emotions out of, will this make my life harder? Because you're not saying it's going to make your life harder if you're financially stable, if you done been at your job for a couple of years, or you know you got steady employment rolling in, you and your partner have been together for a couple of years, y'all solid, y'all may be married. You're not thinking about that because you already know out the gate you got support.
Right.
You're married, it's just there. So that makes a lot of sense. Second statement I wanted to ask you is, I keep saying ask for a statement, that I wanted to get out of you is, if it was a single mom going through something right now, what would be some words of encouragement from Dominique?
Take some time out. Stop. Pause. Put those kids up in the room. Go outside. They ain't leaving your kids in the house by themselves. You just outside on the porch, or even outside in the grass. But take yourself outside and, like, meditate. Take a deep breath. Think. Clear your mind. Woosah. Start talking to God. Don't pick up the phone calling TT and Brian. Go call God. That's the first thing. Like, really go and sit with yourself and sit with God. And then you should find everything else you need to know in that present moment, in that space. You should gain some type of clarity. And then you go in and you do what you got to do to carry your life out. And then also I want to put out there, being a single mom does not mean your life have to be wrapped around your children. That's not true. That is not true. Your kids don't need you 24 hours of the motherfucking day. They gotta have some type of independency. They gotta know how to function without you. For sure. So don't ever feel guilty because you said fuck them kids for 2-3 days. Bitch, that ain't even enough. But that's something.
And even if you do
give yourself a break.
I think even if you do feel guilty, because sometimes your kids will make you.
No, you feel guilty because we are single mom.
No,
so
yeah,
it's like there's nobody there.
If you got the babysitter, you had, your mom come over for the evening, or you dropping them off with their mom, and they like, oh, you never, and it's just like,
Mom, you never what?
Like, Mom, you never have time for me. Like,
I love you said that.
Kids are sometimes selfish, but they don't know no better.
No,
they don't know no. Sometimes when they're young, 5-4 years old, they all and you are a true single mom, and you spend all this time with them. I want some moms to know that it's okay to feel guilty, but it's okay as well to still go and have that night out by yourself.
Yeah, don't feel too guilty. Don't even bring that guilt, y'all.
It's I swear even with the kids,
even with those kids being like, "Oh, Mom, don't go nowhere." Like, oh my God, I just listened to this podcast. I'm so happy. I'm so mad you brought this up at this end. But I was just listening to this podcast I listened to. And on the podcast, they were talking about the unhealthy boundaries of parenting with their children, even with not being a single mom and having a father there too. And the wife spoke on how she was ready to go out with her girlfriends, and her kids were like, "Oh, but Mom, you didn't read our bedtime story," because they were basically saying, once again, those emotions does not belong to you. So don't even take a charge to feel guilty. Those kids are still growing, they're still learning. All you have to do is just reroute them, and then you got allowed to let them be on their own. Because that's the reason why they even displaying that type of behavior. It's because they're so used to having you. My kids, like my 5-year-old, people would be like, you would think he have room to do that. But since I've created boundaries, I've created communication, I've created balance, being under me and then being away from me. So it's like, okay, I just spent the whole night with them Friday night. I'm allowed to be gone from y'all Saturday. I don't have to give you my Saturday. I gave y'all my Friday. And that's another thing with being a single mom. We play our part. We start to play the father part. And that's another emotional bag that single mothers end up carrying and don't know they're carrying. They carrying the father's part. Meaning they trying to do the part that the father's supposed to be there doing. And when I start to feel like I'm doing the father part, guess what I do? Call your daddy. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Call your daddy. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel that because I did my part. Want to know what I did as my part? This is my part. I did my part. I said we lacking one thing. And they got to know that because they going to grow up thinking everything was on mama. Oh, and I didn't get this because my mama. Oh, because my mama. No. It's an equal pattern here. Mom and dad. So now they going to grow up and be like, damn, daddy, I like my dad here. But that's also going to help them solve a couple problems that they're going to come across when they get older. Oh, damn, dad. Oh, my mom did. Oh, shit, that's making sense. Full circle. Like, yeah, no. Communication, boundaries. Communication's first. Like, you really have to communicate. People like, oh, that's too much for your kids. No, kids understand everything. And if you don't help them understand or teach them to understand and navigate those emotions, right, that's when they do come up with their own conclusive shit. And it's going to be very conclusive for their kids. They can't come up with, they're going to be very conclusive. So you have to help navigate that.
That's good.
That's it.
I hope this helped a single mom, a teenager that's thinking about having a kid, not even a teenager, somebody that just may not be in the most stablest of environments. One thing that Dom said that stood out a lot was, ask yourself, will this help or harm me? And go from there. We had a good episode today at How You Feel and What's Real. If they can find you on any socials, Don, what's your socials?
You can find me on Instagram, Dominique Chanel. You can find me.
2 L's.
Yeah, with an S. Don't see me. And then let me see. That's it. Just follow me on Instagram. I don't other socials. Don't get the looking for me.
Okay. I am on all social medias at The Real Papa Luke. The podcast will be posted under at How You Feel and What Is Real. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next week.